Hey guys, welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show off a proper traditional fish and chip shop. These are a little bit of a rarity these days in sort of UK cities. Quite hard to find a proper traditional fish and chip shop, which is why I'm so excited to show off the place I'm going to today, Mother Hubbards. I'm looking for some crispy batter, some flaky fish, some proper chunky chippy chips, something to kind of take me back to my childhood, some gravy, some mushy peas. Yeah, so lots of traditional tasty food coming up, and maybe something a little bit less traditional at the end of the video. But yeah, I've heard some great stuff about this joint. We're on Leeds Road now and it's pretty wet, so I'm gonna cut this intro short. We're gonna make our way there now to start this review. So here we are guys, this is Mother Hubbards. Does that not look absolutely on point? I love the old like newspaper aesthetic they've got there. That looks wicked. Looks a little bit busy inside, good sign. And yeah, I cannot wait to try these guys out. Mother Hubbards. So we're inside, I've ordered my food. I've gone for this like jumbo box deal. They have like regular sizes as well, like a regular, they've got like a super, but I've just gone for a massive one, which looks family size, looks absolutely massive. So I'll show shots of the other sizes of fish as well, but I'm gonna go for the biggest size they have. And then I've gone just for some old school classics, things that I grew up on, like a fish cake, like a chip butty. I've gone for curry sauce, gravy, and I've gone for mushy peas. Actually, do you know what? That is a question for the comments. What is your combination? Mushy peas, gravy, or curry sauce? I'm gonna have all three for the review, but generally I would pick two, but it's an eternal debate, to be honest. I never know which one to go for. Whilst I wait for my food, let me just show you some shots of the restaurant. It's really, really nice in here. I'm just gonna give you a very quick tour. Let's start from the outside. Let's walk in, because it is fancy, fancy in here. Really nice to look at, really clean. I love the newspaper aesthetic. That just takes me back to my childhood, to be honest, guys. I'm gonna give you some really, really quick shots. Just gonna do a little walk around now. I'll show you where I'm sat as well. I'm sat straight down there in the corner. And yeah, it's just lovely to look at. Really, really good seating area, I think. Just thought I'd give you a super quick tour of it in here because yes, it's a traditional fish and chip shop, super old school, like proper fish, proper chips, kind of what I'm hoping, but super modern inside. They've kind of married the traditional side and the modern side like really well together. You know what, that's enough of the interior. I just want my fish and chips now. I should be coming out any second. I think I underestimated how big the jumbo size was. So we've got the jumbo size there, and then we've got the super size there, which is really, really big, right? That's my hand. So I've got very big hands. That is a really sizey piece of fish. But this, oh, this looks massive. And then we've got the three sauces I mentioned, the mushy peas, it's not really a sauce, but mushy peas, gravy, curry sauce, and baked beans. Some salt on there. Let's get a good amount of vinegar on there as well, actually. I think I've got to start with the chips. There's like an absolute mountain of them. They look like proper thick cut chippy chips. That is about as close to perfection on a fried potato that you can ever get. Super crispy on the outside, super soft on the inside. The salt and vinegar, great addition to fish and chips. They're proper like thick cut chips. They just like taste like memories, good memories, nostalgia. These are getting an absolute hey. Man, I could eat this entire mountain of chips to myself. I've got to be composed and do the rest of the review, but the chips alone, I could come here just for the chips. Just for the chips, delicious. But let's move on to the fish. The fish here, chatted to the people at the front. They said it's all Icelandic haddock. And it's absolutely massive. They say it's a haddock, but this is, even just the jumbo size, or the super size, is massive, guys. That is a big piece of fish. Jumbo is massive. It's more whale size than haddock size, but yeah, let's tuck into it. When you get fish and chips, you look at the batter, you want a good amount of aeration in actually the batter, little bubbles you can see in there. You want a good amount of crispness. Let's cut into this. So I've cut this fish up, guys. It's massive. I've cut it up, but let me just show you the inside. So the batter, can you hear that? Super crispy. The fish is like flaky. It's more, it's got like almost like a steak consistency. It's like meat. It's got a good Oh, look how flaky it is. Let's try this. Soft. It's got like, almost like a creaminess to it. Like the fish is a little bit just easy on the bite. Batter. You can hear that, guys. Crispy. That is easily the best fish and chips I've ever had. That gets a hey man. A ton of you have told me to come here, but this is just a beautiful, beautiful piece of fish. Like, it somehow manages to be like light, even though it's like a fried piece of fish with lots of batter. Because the batter is really crispy and lovely, it manages to, it tastes light. This is the best fish and chips I think I have ever had. Diverting you guys for a second, what do you call this? I'm gonna start a flame war in the comments. Where I come from, we call that a bread roll. Do you call it like a balm? Or like a tea cake? Or like a bread cake? Or something else? What do you call it? If you call it a bread roll, then you're right. But no, what do you guys call this? If you are going to come here, you have to get some sort of wet sauce with it, right? Fish and chips, be it gravy, curry sauce, mushy peas kind of falls in that category, even though it's not really a sauce. They've got baked beans as well. Let me just quickly try those so you know which one to get and what I think of them. So let's go for the curry sauce first. Good depth of flavour to that actually. Quite thick, the way I like it. Let's go for the gravy. Oh, the gravy is the winner. How can one place have so many good dishes? This is like, I chatted to the guy at the front and I said I like beef gravy, and he said this is veggie gravy, to which in my head I was like, it's gluten-free veggie gravy. Okay, when I make gravy at home, I make like my own beef stock, and that's how I make gravy. But this has got to be the beefiest veggie gravy I think I have ever had in my life. This is absolutely delicious. It's proper like thick how I like it. It's proper beefy, even though it's veggie. Side note, if you're a veggie, you fancy some gravy, get this because it's absolutely delicious. Do you know what? I would get that with the curry sauce. I like the curry sauce, but the gravy, hey man. Right, I'm loving the colour on these. They're quite vibrant. Let's do triple verification. Come in here, which you should. Get the gravy, get the mushy peas, mix them up. Because I've had it before in chippies where the mushy peas are like, you know when they have that dull green, kind of like a snot green, like a poor green sort of colour, really dull, really limp, no flavour. These are the opposite, super vibrant. You can actually taste the peas in them. It's mushy peas, but you can actually, there's a bit of texture in there. These are really, really good, and I love the gravy. You know, just for reference, I showed you the jumbo, but even the super size, or like that is absolutely massive, guys. I mean, look at it, it's a really large size. Right, so I've got a mountain, an absolute mountain of onion rings as well. I'm looking forward to trying these. I like that they're battered, being that we're in a fish and chip shop rather than breaded. I'm not a fan of breaded onion rings. It's so light, I can even see it already. It's so light, that batter. It's so incredibly light and crispy. I need to contain my excitement and slow down. The onion rings are good. I think they'll probably go well actually in something like this, like a balm. In fact, let's make this now. I think we're gonna get a good amount of chips in there, because these are just perfect. I'm absolutely loving the chips. They're like, they've got like a lightness to them. They don't taste too greasy, if that makes sense. And then, do you know what? Let's put an onion ring in there. Maybe two, I'm feeling fancy. Let's put in two. And let's go for a little bit of curry sauce, I think. That will go well. Also, guys, stay by to the end because I'm going to try something which is not traditional, something that I don't think anyone is going to guess that they do. I didn't know they did it. I saw it on the menu and I was like, I'm going to get that. Fluffy, super soft, like really soft. I want to pick out something to make it a more balanced review, but I just have to be honest, guys. It's a great balm. It's like super soft and just delicious. Everything has been absolutely on point. Rare I find a place like this, which I'm absolutely in love with. This gets a hey man on almost every single count. Lovely to sit in. Pricing is good. Size of everything is good. The food is the number one thing for me. Amazing. I don't think I've ever had fish and chips this good. So here's a question for you. Who's seen fish cakes like this? I ordered a fish cake expecting to see those like, you know those round ones that are like bright orange with like potato, fish kind of processed? Who's seen one? I've cut it in half so I can show you. That's like this. So it's got batter around the edge, and then you've got some potato, and then you've got a layer of fish, and then a layer of potato. Who's seen it where it's like compartmentalized, like batter, potato, fish, potato, batter? I've never seen that before. I mean, it's definitely a bit different, isn't it? Let's try it. Crunch from the batter, there's softness in the fish, the potatoes, which I thought may be underdone, are actually done really, really well. Dip that into some gravy, some curry sauce. That's pretty tasty. I still think I would go for the main fish, but as a side, and a very big side, this is... I could just pick at this fish and this batter all day. So I'm going to try something now, which whilst this is an incredibly traditional fish and chip shop, has all the classics that you may want, like fish and chips. I don't think I've ever said fish and chips so much in one video in my whole life. They also have something which is a little bit less traditional, which caught my eye. I didn't come for this, but they do a keema pasty. They do all the pies like cheese pie, meat and potato, but they do a keema pasty, which you're not aware of, guys. Keema is essentially spicy mince. So I'm going to cut into that, have a look at it and try it. I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like on the actual inside. Yeah, there guys. I actually kind of always wanted to try something along these lines, and I've never have, so as soon as I saw it I kind of pounced on the idea. Let's give it a go. Kind of tastes like what I thought it would, like a mince and onion sort of pie, but just spicy. So right up my street. Guys, that place man, that's definitely the best fish and chip shop I have ever been to, bar none. If you're in the area or if you're visiting Bradford, this specific branch I absolutely love, but they've kind of got branches all over, guys. These guys are massive, they're kind of all over the place, so I would just pop them into Google and find a local branch. The ones that I've been to, or the branch rather that I've been to, I'll put in the description so you know exactly where I went. This is Leeds Road, phenomenal, great food, cannot recommend it enough. The Haymans are just dropping like anything, so yeah, happy with these guys. So yeah, highly recommend you check these guys out. If you like the video, guys, make sure to like my video, subscribe to the channel, watch all the videos. Do you know what, yeah? Go to my channel, just like all the videos, just like all of them, and subscribe. That takes me right to the end of the video, guys. If you like the video, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, don't hit the dislike button, hit the notifications button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye 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 bye.